All right, so we are back. We are live again with Cherry Divine.
Right. I talked to the gentleman, and they're going to be outside for 45 minutes to an hour. So that allows us to finish the show, which is good. And of course, this time, this fur baby's here because he's the live wire that gets nervous when there's something new and different going on and has to make tons of noise. And so,
well, put his face up in the camera again.
There's our boy.
Oh, there he
is. That's our boy.
Why am I looking this way?
All right. He's such a little love because you hold him and stuff and he'll make these little groaning noises and stuff like this. It's just like, Rrr. We go through that each night. I give him hugs and he goes, Rrr.
Oh, how sweet. All right. Well, while you were out, I told everyone that Sanda had sent a beautiful message that you're the best soul sister. So I just wanted you to.
Good morning, Sanda.
And we've got some people joining us again. I don't know how these people do this.
They just feel us, honey.
Well, it actually says that we've gone live, so.
I know, but I'm believing what I choose to believe, and they feel us.
Well, be that way, okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to go back to Denise's question that we ended with, because she said she did ask, I want to raise my vibrations way up. And I would like you to address for not just Denise, but for everyone, that about where we're putting our focus and how we raise our vibration. I think it is so important, especially at the beginning of the new year, is if we're wanting to really look at this year from a higher vibration perspective, what is it that's best for people to do?
You know, again, it's looking at our focus and our belief systems and the old trainings. When we get into any of the fear, and that's the lower emotions, the lower belief systems, those worry, that guilt, the jealousy, the angers, all of those are what we call low vibrations. Okay, breathe, everybody. Whew. You know, that's the thing about being an empath. You hold your breath, I hold mine. And collectively, several people were doing this. And so it's understanding to release from that level of vibration is refocus. And it goes into, you know, this is one, here we go. They're sending in a very, something very easy is, the first of the year, many people make resolutions to get back in shape. You know, diet and this, that, and the other thing. And there's a gentleman on TV last night that was talking about it. The reason people are unable to do it is they do not make a lifestyle change. So when you're getting your body back in shape, it isn't just changing your diet. It isn't just working out. It's initiating and changing a whole lifestyle change without it seeming overwhelming. It's the same thing with shifting your focus. It is consciously make time and choose to focus on the positives, to focus on the love. That automatically increases the vibrational rate or the light in your body, and then you raise above. One of the things that brings people back down is when you shift energetically, your frequency changes. Those around you feel it. Many, it is unconsciously felt, and they don't know what's happening. And you have initiated patterns already of connection vibrationally. So when they can't feel you, or you know, around, or you change and you go into a space of, I can't feel them, a situation is created that is coming from a space of fear. And so it will become an uncomfortable space. And so it's a matter of then it brings you back down and you connect there. And so you go up and down, up and down. So instead of always coming back down, so everybody's in what they recognize energetically and comfortable with, hold your heart chakras open, focus on love, focus on the positives, and send out a message, come up with me. That assists you in holding your light, your love, but it also assists them in receiving, and if they choose, if it's in their highest and best good, then they come up too. To hold your vibration at the highest of rates is to honor the life that you are, understanding you are the purest of divine love. Look out into the world and see the beauty. Acknowledge that. Again, yes, your world is filled with chaos and strife. Yet as you focus on that, you hold that there as diligently as those who are in the midst of creating it. So instead, look at the bodies of all that is and see the beauty that is living inside. Look out, no matter where you are, and focus on beauty. Look past the words that are spoken and allow yourself to feel beyond those into the innermost points of that particular life and see, like a flower unfolding the petals of life they are. This increases the vibration of you. It is only moving past the density of fear. It is only an illusion. Your light, the beingness of you, has the ability to move through this illusion. See, even as we speak to you, you are responding. The innermost points of you, the essence of all that you are, recognizes this. Feel that softness and feel that beauty. Stay with those who are like-minded. It is warmth through the heart chakra. See, it is not hard. We spoke to someone not long ago and they said, but you are just taking us back to class 101. And of course, that is exactly where we're taking you, for that is the beginning that gets forgotten. So that is another way when you feel as if you're overwhelmed, as it's too much, too big, go back to those first steps, what you call your baby steps, the beginning, and hold that space of love. So that's what they have to say.
So I don't know what Class 101 means. Can you elaborate?
Class 101 is beginning. And this particular person said, well, you didn't give me any new information. You just took me back to, and it isn't new information. And when we start getting what people call off track or off our path or whatever, go back to those very first beginnings. The first thing you learn, that your world is created from you, from all of the realities you believe. That's the number one thing. What you focus on, what you believe in, is what is existing outside of you. And if you've been taught to worry, if you've been taught to hold fear, and you continue to have that outside of you, that's the basics. Your life begins with you. Your reality begins with you. And it isn't to go and say, oh my gosh, I'm doing it all wrong, because that's not the case. We're walking the human experience and we step out and then sometimes we close off. And it's just going back and looking at the very beginning. And so think of what the first thing was you learned. It's simple. We just make it hard, or so my group tells me. And okay, I'm wide open and I am, receiving these messages, but I still have a very human life. And so when something comes up for me, I look at it. I look at what it is I'm processing, and that other piece, the layer that I'm passing through, because we're just visiting it. We're not holding it. We're just moving through another layer. And so when we don't struggle with this, we just look at it as informative, as releasing what doesn't serve us anymore. We move through it so much easier.
Well, and I want to do a little bit conversation around this, because we need to remember that it's a choice of what we focus on. And I think that's the big the big remembering that we all have to do over and over and over and over is that we are choosing how we, and we don't, mostly it's unconscious, but it is a choice that how we react to situations, how we view situations, we are making that choice, and that choice determines our vibration.
And it's understanding to step out of that, look what they're doing to me, look what they've done to me. Nobody's doing it. When we own our lives and become, responsible is the word that comes up, but it doesn't have the full vibration. But ownership, if we take ownership of our lives, ourselves, and do it without judgment, then we move forward. Because you're right, we do have choice. And a lot of times what I tell people is, the majority of the time, people are on autopilot. And that's it. So it's shifting from autopilot to ownership of this vessel, this personality you have chosen to be without judgment. Instead, see it as an aspect of love, that you came into this world to have experiences and lessons. And I do want to go back into another thing, because one of the first things that came to this particular being is the word remember. Remember. There is nothing that anyone is teaching you. There is nothing that you are learning. All it is you're opening up the vibrational fields of you and remembering all that you know. And it is so fun that this word has come about for others without a knowledge of who he, who she is. And it is a word that says re/member. Own all that you are. You are attracted to or drawn to those that assist you in opening the doorways of your own remembering. You are the beauty, you are the light, you are the beingness of all time, all love. It is infinite. Remember. See how you respond to this? If you feel as if you're helpless within your own life, as if you are powerless, and as if life is doing to you, you are not holding ownership of the life you have chosen to be. There is still that part of you that feels small and inadequate. And then it allows you to pass off all that is yours to have. Yet if you take the time to stop, breathe in, and love every aspect of you, every particle of you, all of the personality of you, and hold acceptance, and then choose your thoughts, choose your words, choose and own your life. You create in the sublime. And yes, we chose to use the word sublime for the frequency, the vibrational, mathematical ratio of the word. For you respond to that. Look inside and see the beauty and light of you. Look outside and feel the beauty and light of you. Take it beyond this world and allow yourselves to be. This is a year of change for many. Not that the other years were not changing also, but you have opened doorways that were not open before. So, there we go, kiddos.
This is a year of change. That's lovely. That's lovely.
This is a year we've done for many years a lot of inner work, inner reflection. This year, it's like the boat that had the anchor down. Well, we pulled up anchor, guys, and we're moving forward. And just know sometimes you're going to be going at high speed, and other times you're going to go through rough waters, and sometimes it'll feel like sludge. But you're moving forward, and that's a good thing.
Sludge, huh?
That's what they said. And it's okay. We go there sometimes, and it's okay.
Okay, good. Quickly, with a couple of questions that we've had, Kelly asked, I had a dream last night in which I felt very much a part of what was happening. But then I would wake up and realize it was a dream. The unique thing about this one was that it happened every 2 to 3 hours. Same dream, wake up, fall asleep, same dream. This morning, I cannot for the life of me remember what it was all about. Can you give me some insight or information that I can take from this experience? Thank you.
Well, first of all, you don't stay in your body when you're in an unconscious state. You're up and moving. I do get that this was a part of a lesson that you're having, a teaching, but the physical body. And again, think of vibrational change, and the physical body's dense. It's heavy, so it's a matter of you had to come out of the dream so that it would not disrupt the physical body. It wouldn't cause any interference or upset. So you would be pushed out, and then you would go back to whatever point it was for that next expansion of information. And so also look at lucid dreaming. You want to put it out there, and then put it that you're actively aware and participating in dreams. You were in another reality. And also understand that where we were talking about vibration, it was a reality that wasn't as dense as this. And so that's part of why you were pushed out of your sleep state. Just so you could regroup and anchor and ground and it didn't overwhelm the physicality of you. So that's okay. Just put it out there today and the next day that the information comes in. Because remember also, we go in with this information that what people call downloads, that sort of thing, or it goes inward and then comes out to our physical self. So just trust that that's what's happening. Notice anything that seems a little different. Okay? Right now what they're showing me on this, it's like everybody knows now, them having solar panels put on. They have to put them on, run a cord, electrical cord, hook it up, then turn the power on, and then everything works. In a way, that's what they were showing is you went, the cord's been hooked, it's connected to your power source, and then it will come out. So sometimes when we just use an easy little picture, it gives a lot larger explanation. So, and it's fun.
So Kelly, just wait and it'll get plugged in.
There you go. The power's turning on.
Well, that was all the questions that had come in early, but we had a question that was posted during the show when we first started the show, and I thought I'd just read that. And then we had one when we came back on, and I think Julia, I don't know that she's even still with us, but I figured we'd just get to those two, and then we could call it a day. What do you say?
Sounds good.
Okay. So, if you have time, for Marty, my daughter and I are now talking, which is progress. I am feeling that I cannot really trust that she is being fully honest with me. What do you feel about this?
Just honor the steps. Honor that you are connected and you are talking. And it just shows unconditional love. And just, it isn't being drawn into her, I'm going to use the word drama, and it's because we all have our own realities, our own beliefs, and it's not to be sucked into hers and just mirror that. It's stand back, full unconditional love, starting with yourself and then her. Fully support yourself and support what is perfect of her reality that is yours to support. It says be in gratitude that the doorway of communication has opened. It increases. You two are redefining your relationship as not mother-daughter, but two adults that are in this reality together. And it does show in time warm embraces is just acceptance. The daughter just saying, thank you, Mom, and the mom saying, thank you, sweetheart, or daughter. And so it just continues to move forward. Good job, honey. Good job.
Lovely. Thank you. And Julia, I don't know if she's still with us, but she came on when we came back this second time. She says, I have been into fear about my future financial situation and having enough money to support myself in my golden years. And then she went on and you said something about memory or whatever, and she said, generations of the women in my life struggling with financial security.
Mm-hmm. There again, a belief system, and I had poverty consciousness the same as within the females or the family, the lineage. There was a lot of poverty, and it's one. Okay, I hope this is a word. Extricate. Is that your? Is that help me out? Extricate?
Yeah, extricate.
Okay, yourself from this particular belief system, it says. And it's send light and love back to the ancestors, but now start focusing on receiving, being willing to receive. Look at all of your belief systems around money, because they are unconscious, from your subconscious creating forward. Start acknowledging any type of positive input or influx of finances, or something that we receive in ways like if somebody takes us to dinner, somebody buys us a gift, it's receive those things with gratitude, and know that's another way of being supported on a financial level. I'm asking them to go back because they kept inserting sentences, and so there was something else. Look at the belief systems that you have around money, but around deserving. And when a fear point starts to come in, it's negate that. Replace it with a supportive thought. I place my hands on my money and bless it. Understand its energy. It's not solid. It's always in movement. When we're in fear, then we stop that flow of positive. There it is, the golden years. You said in your golden years. This is a teaching and training of humankind. It's let your golden years be in every moment of your life. Allow the financial support now. This is your life. This is golden. Every moment is golden, and let all of the positive come in and support it. It's, when my bathroom was acting up, and I ended up going into one of my old lessons, ouch, anyway, and that was, I had to do it alone, and, gosh, this is hard work, this is my stuff, my lesson, and then all of a sudden, my group reminded me of all the positive I've been putting out all of my life, and how it goes off into the cosmic bank. And then, instead of always putting in, it's okay to let yourself withdraw from that cosmic bank. And that just means let that positive energy come back. From this moment on, you are in golden. You have it here and now, not at something out and far beyond you. Not to prepare for. There are many who have prepared for their golden years only to have the rug yanked out from underneath them, because that was their experience, their lesson, their belief system. If you treat yourself as if every moment is golden, then you let it come in now. You do not have to follow the pathway of the ancestors. It is to see that this was only a life experience, but not all life experience. See yourself fully supported in all ways. As it comes in, accept it with gratitude, accept it with joy, accept it with love, and you will find it increases. The same as lack increases with belief systems. The positive of financial support increases with positive belief. And that's a lot of it. Look at any of the beliefs. For me, I got to go back and look at my early messages on money. First of all, money was a dirty word because, gosh, it wasn't good to talk about that. That I would sit up in the beauty parlor. Yes, I love that one because it tells you how old I am. Because you don't have beauty parlors anymore. You have salons. But anyway, I went to the beauty parlor. I would read the movie magazines, and my mother and the hairdresser would talk about, all of the the problems with money, and I'd be reading about, the celebrities, and they'd be saying, well, see, they have money, and they're not happy. So right there's a message: if you have money, you're not happy. And so that belief. There was a whole lot of others, but that one I love to share because it's fun, but it also shows as a child who's not even interacting in the conversation is picking up a message from those around her or him. So look at those messages. Okay?
And one of the things when I was looking at this and listening to you and looking at the ancestors, the generations of the women in my life struggling with financial security. It's what we do, and I don't want to let them down. I don't want to, I don't want to.
Good insight onto that. It's like, hold it. That's what we do. Okay, first of all, also look at it at changing time. It's been the patriarchal energy that's been in reality at this particular time. The matriarchal is coming up, the divine feminine. Well, that power was handed off. Well, now it's being reclaimed. These times are changing, have changed. Continue to open and receive. And something to think about. Just a sec. I'm getting a little catch here. Anyway, something to remember is we all have divine feminine and divine masculine living inside of us. Create balance within yourself. You're going to find then that, let's go of this, all the females. Well, you have the divine masculine right inside of you. So all of the masculine, did they have? Open the doors of receiving and let it be joyous and wonderful. Don't identify with that does not support. Send them love, send them light, knowing that they chose those circumstances for their soul evolution. And let it be what it is. And that, dearest children, we welcome you to the newest energy. You feel it and you respond to it. And you also recognize it, for we say newest, but it is only energy that has been before, that you have walked and lived within. And we wish you all the very best. And thank you so much for being who you are, being here with us, and being the light that shines around the world. Well, I guess we're done.
That was a great closing. So thank you, everyone, for joining us this second half of today's show. And just to remember that if you do need or want additional, more personal, in-depth information, you can certainly make this your best year ever. That's the little thing I wrote on the message I put on the screen. And contact Cherry on her website, cherrydivine.com/services, and you can sign up for a one-on-one or a batch of one-on-ones, or however it works for you, and get more personalized information and assistance.
There we go.
Okay.
Happy New Year, everybody.
All right. And go ahead.
I do want to tell everybody thank you for the energy you're sending me. Many people are aware I had an accident, and my neck's really doing what it's doing. And many people have sent a lot of love and energy healing. Thank you all so much. Okay.
All righty. And bye-bye to our little, you got Flint on your lap this time, so bye-bye to our little Flint, and have fun with those solar panels getting installed.
I'm excited.
Okay.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.